What is up, CMS Braves? Welcome back to another edition of the 14th Colony Vodcast. It is Thursday, January 7th, and Mr. Congleton and I today we have a fun assignment about innovations and inventions. So we are looking back in time to see kind of what they were able to invent and come up with to basically make their lives easier. Mr. Congleton, in what fields mostly did they kind of try to make their lives easier at this point in time?
Yeah, so, I mean, as we're looking at this, just realize the amount of progress we've made as a country since our founding, okay? It's incredible to see what we've done in a short amount of time, right, for good and bad. But a lot of it's just like we're looking in ways that we can produce things faster. So in the factories, on the farms, how can we plow the earth more efficiently? Okay, so how can we do things faster that way? And then how can we travel faster? America is a giant country. And at first, the Appalachian Mountains were in the way. So that's why 13 colonies were just that little section that they were. But as we were able to get the steam engine, locomotive, things like that, it just opened up everything. Okay, and time kind of shrunk. We could do things a lot faster than we had in the past. Also communication, we're going to talk about Morse code, the telegraph. And so it's really incredible. You're talking about the 1820s, the 1850s, what kind of things were happening. And then you put those dates out there, and that's only 150, 160 years ago. It's really, really nuts.
Yeah, and I think some of you guys will be familiar with one of the company names that you'll see today, and that's John Deere. You kind of see that company kind of burst onto the scene with a steel plow. Of how they were able to basically, I mean, you'll read about it today, but how that sped up, farm production and how that was such a revolutionary idea. They were able to produce food at such a higher rate. And then think about where we're at today, where John Deere is at today with, $500,000 combines and tractors that farmers are using that they can, harvest acres and acres of food in a singular day. So, I mean, it's just crazy to think of the progress that's been made in the last 150 years as far as, technology and innovation. So I think this is a really interesting day that a lot of you guys will really look at, and because it's really easy to compare and to see what they're using to communicate, travel, and farm, because those are all things that we should be somewhat familiar with, especially with traveling and communicating. Think about your cell phones that you have. You can talk to anybody in the world at like any given time, and you can just send words. They came up with Morse codes, beeps and boops to communicate with each other. So it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild to see where we've come. So I think you guys will get a kick out of this today. Make sure you're taking your notes, as you go through this, making your life a lot easier on Friday. And we'll probably post the assignment for the weekend on Thursday, just to give you guys a little bit of a head start, those of you that are staying on top of everything and getting stuff done in an orderly fashion. Then you can get that done, not have to worry about it even on Friday. So should be kind of nice for you guys and a nice little reward for those of you guys that are working really hard.
Yeah, just make sure that you guys are, first off, I think there's a textbook reading today. So please thoroughly read that. They're not too long, but we need to build that stamina. Read it, get those notes down. The videos are short, so you should watch each of those videos and add those to your notes as well. So I think there's one of the McCormick Reaper, and it's literally 40 seconds of a horse going through a field with McCormick Reaper behind it, harvesting the wheat. So write down observations. What are you seeing? What are you noticing? What kind of things can you take with you as you're learning this stuff? So write down as many things as you can. Fill that paper, and it's going to help you for the weekly wrap-up tomorrow.
Awesome. Yep, that's it, guys. Make sure you're getting that done. Should take you about 15 to 20 minutes. Guys, thanks for joining us. And as always, be excellent to each other.